boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to 10 in the Pit. Today, we are going to do that we're going to do that full ball review on that brand new Road Warrior from SBI or Storm. Quentin has had this ball for the last 3 to 5 weeks. And update, we have plugged it and re-drilled it. We started the fresh off the press with a number 2. Halfway through about game 30, he's like, I really don't like the roll. I think it's inconsistent. So we put a number 3 on it.
They'll find out.
Okay. Number 3 is going to not make it as long, not going to make it as angular on the back end. It's going to make it a little bit more smoother. And Quentin will be able to break that down for you as he's throwing from his way across the lane. What Quentin's going to do, he's going to try to work his way all the way across the lane. He's going to start at 10. Throw it up 10, because I make all my guys throw up 10, no matter if the ball fits there, if their style fits up there. You got to show my down and in guys something from up 10. So that's where he's starting. Then he's moving right across the lane through the channels, and hopefully he will get you your happy spot with this bowling ball. Before we plugged it and re-drilled it, Quentin was probably going to shit all over this ball.
I'm not going to spoil it.
Not going to spoil it. Okay. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to zoom this in, give us some down line shape. Oh, I never zoomed it in on the origin.
All right, standing 23, 24.
Wouldn't expect anything less.
I'll throw one more.
Okay. Better have something not very. Better have something.
Okay, so once again, 23, 24.
Trying to be really flat with this.
All right, I'm gonna move. It's hard to play this ball starting in the friction. Because it responds off of it like no tomorrow.
Just watch your 5 head, my guy. It is moved in pretty well.
Same thing goes for the origin, and I believe the attention star.
What's that?
They're very responsive to friction.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
And I said this in the fresh off the press, it's almost like they're coming against, or going against the...
HK.
Yeah, HK22. Okay, so I was standing 24, we're gonna move 27. Still gonna be flatter. I'll throw another ball there. Yeah. I don't like playing this ball up the outer edge unless we're playing on fresh, which is very different from the fresh off the press because it was on fresh, but this lane is not fresh, but there was only 3 people that bowled 3 games on it tonight. So it's still not burnt, but there's definitely a cliff starting. I'll move 28. Nice little kick on the 4 there. So I'm gonna take that and run with it. It's hard for me to play this straight, especially given my game and blah blah blah. This ball, very responsive to hand placement and speed. Very responsive. Okay, so I was standing 28. We're gonna move 34. Still not gonna come around it too much. Ten buried. So yeah, next shot we're gonna move closer to my happy spot. Finally can get around it a little bit more. As you can see, my speed is still up. I'm getting it out to the friction and it's responding. So we're gonna move another 4, so 38. This is around my happy spot, especially for game 3 or so. The ball. So yeah, you can see once it gets to the friction, it takes off. So, went from the 2 LS layout to the 3. I must say, it has made a difference in how the ball rolls. Before I was comparing it to James's Primal Rage Evolution. I do not anymore. We're gonna throw another one from there, just because, you know, good spot. That's inside. Nice little carry. All right, I'm gonna keep moving. I'm tugging the ball a little bit now. So we're gonna get in front of the ball return. So automatically that's gonna put me at a slower speed because there's one less step. Still gonna get around the ball. I get carried there.
Would you say this is better for burnt conditions compared to the lightning blackout?
I haven't thrown the lightning blackout though. In all reality, this, if you struggle with rev rate and like other things, then this would be, because it has a higher dip.
No, as another two-hander, looking for a burnt condition ball.
I really don't know.
I think a lightning blackout's a tough squeeze.
Yes. But I like the predictability of this. I like that it gives me a little forgivability too. Wow. They didn't upload this ball with Storm Carry.
Correct.
Alright, so I'll do one more from deep. Then I'll go back to my happy spot, or where I think my happy spot would be. Yeah. I told James, I can't believe that the layout had made that big of a difference, in my opinion, on this ball.
Layouts do matter, guys. That's just so good.
I had to give this ball a fair chance. I knew something was wrong. The track was going over my fingers. I didn't know why, but I felt like that was giving me part of the inconsistency of the reaction.
Correct. So we have found the number 2 angular pitches do not work.
Right.
The number 2 before your pitches used to work. Now it does not because it rolls over your finger.
Right. So we're gonna go back to my happy spot. So I'm gonna say it's 35. About right. Got that one a little bit more inside, and right. Since you have more oil there, it's gonna float. After this review, I would like to hit it with surface. I want to see what it'll do. If it'll become my house shot killer or what. Split the 8-9. It's in my comfort zone now. I went from, that ball, I have to put games on that ball, to these are going to be my highest games in my set. All right, one more. It's inside us in here. Very good. Very good ball.
All right, boys and girls, welcome. You just got to witness the one, the only Kool-Aid sipping, Utah loving, SPI fanboy himself, Quentin Adams, aka Kool-Aid, and that brand new Road Warrior. Now, if I didn't let him plug and re-drill this, he would have shit all over.
I would have.
And because we got to give it a fair shot, not just because it's SPI and a Kool-Aid issue.
I don't think I've had that bad of an issue with a bowling ball though.
Correct. Once we realized that he was tracking up over his finger, something wasn't right, because we just went through all of his pitches, and sometimes layouts just don't work with certain pitches. And as a two-hander, we now know that a number 2 layout and his 5 inches of forward pitch in his one finger does not work with a number 2 layout. So we're going to have to work on, but it did give him long and angular.
It did.
So we just have to dial it in to get the track away from his fingers on that. And that's going to take a couple of holes and a couple of old bowling balls to figure it out.
Wave holes?
Pretty much. But how many games do you have on total
Oh.
with the ball? I think you're right around that 45.
Yeah, I hated bringing this ball out. So that's when I was like, all right, we got to do something here. So yeah, it's got to be 45 now.
Correct.
Because after we did that, I just
Yeah, I
I
would
throw it
say
a
you
lot
probably
now.
have 15 to 20 games on it after
I
we
do,
plugged it.
yeah.
Okay. So he did probably about 25, 30 games on the number 2 layout.
Yeah, 'cause I was
fighting it, trying to manipulate his hand to get the track where he wanted. And as you're trying to manipulate the hand, you're not really learning the bowling ball. You're just trying to get the ball to do something so you can throw it. And at that point, it was like, all right, let's plug it.
and trying to replicate that as far as
Correct. So we're just going to jump right into this, because this is another one of those SPI products that's going to get overlooked by a lot of guys that are looking to build an arsenal, because it's not one of those sexy, big, strong bowling balls.
right.
But in my opinion, it is right there in one of the essential spots, like the new Primal Range Evolution for a two-hander. You almost need one.
You need something for burn.
Correct.
In case you run into it.
Correct. And everything that's designed for burnt with your guys' rev rate and speed, you get to use it a lot more often than the guys that don't have that.
Right.
So, in my opinion, this is an essential part of your bag as a two-hander. How many games total? I think I've already asked you. You said about 45, 50, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 50 games. Was it worth your initial investment?
From what I've seen out of it today, yes.
Okay. When you
sure.
first put holes on it in the number 2.
No.
Okay. So I just want to reiterate, he was not happy
I
when
was
we
not.
first punched as well. Now, after we plugged it, re-drilled it, was it worth your initial investment?
Absolutely.
Okay. So layouts matter. I know J.R. Raymond is rolling in his bed right now, just screaming at my comment, but they matter. And so do positive access points. Yeah, if your pro shop goes and lays you out a bowling ball and doesn't know your positive access point, he's not doing you a favor at all.
If you're a new customer, he doesn't take you out on the lanes.
Correct. Now, there are some exceptions. I'm going to jump right into them. If it's your first bowling ball, your first reactive bowling ball, you don't have a positive access point, even if you have a positive access point, because it's going to change. If it's your first ball, if we just do a label drilling and then we find a positive access point on your next ball. But normally it doesn't hurt you.
Next.
Oh, I got so much more on that topic, but I'm gonna bite my tongue. All right, so if someone comes in there looking for that symmetrical pearl, that is a pearl, right? Not a hybrid, right? Symmetrical pearl. If someone's looking for that symmetrical pearl, is this going to be the ball you recommend for a lower volume of oil?
Yes.
So you're going to put it right there when I say the Super GT, Primal Rage Evolution, you're going to put it right in that category,
Right.
Lightning Blackout.
The road line, whether it's a high road, the road warrior, whatever it is, it's a staple in Storm's
Correct.
arsenal.
So what is your opinion compared to the new Hustle that you threw and the new Road? Because a lot of people don't really see a difference from the Roto Grip Hustle to the Road Block. And I'm right there with them. I think they're very comparable.
They are. I feel like this gives you a little bit more performance.
I agree.
And I think
Almost
it's worth the extra.
capability.
Yeah, I think it's worth the extra money.
Correct. I think the Road line might be better than the Hustle.
It is.
I'm not opening that can at all. We'll not get into that argument.
Now, if we go the road, which was a hybrid, versus like the Hustle BRY, I think the Hustle is that.
Correct.
I don't think the road was well
I didn't like the cover.
established.
I didn't like the
Yeah,
cover. Didn't like the cover. But early made it look decent.
yeah.
All right. So you're going to recommend it. If you had to buy another one, knowing that you got the Hustle Pearl out there, you have the 9, you have the Roto Grip Hustle Pearl, you have the Lightning Blackout, you have the Primal Rage Evolution, the Super GT, the Ebonite Fireball, right there in those categories. Is this going to be the one you're going to buy again, or are you going to go a different route?
I still like this one. I like how much. Again, this is first-hand experience, so like, I haven't owned the Super GT. I have seen it roll. It's very good, but I feel like this will accept surface better than the other two. This you can manipulate just the same as the other two, whatever. But
I put it right up there with the Lightning Blackout, and I think this is a cheaper option.
yeah, right. Because
Correct. Well, I think right now you can catch a couple of them on discounts.
right.
I think it is almost a year old. So they might be very comparable in price right now. And if that's the case, Lightning Blackout. I love mine.
I love this though.
Sweet. So right there. This is why we do what we do.
And like you can use it more because it has a higher div compared to that.
Correct.
So like you don't have to wait for burn.
Correct. But as a two-hander, I think the Lightning Blackout would almost be a perfect ball down for it.
From this, yeah,
Yes.
but I would have to pull like 16 block.
Probably. I use it game 3.
Right. But I use this game 2B.
Correct.
So. Yeah.
This is what they want to know. You ready? 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. Where are you putting it? I'm going to argue with you no matter where you go.
Seeing its capabilities now,
Yep.
I'm gonna put it 4.5.
I was going to give it a 4. Now, fresh out of box with a 2, I don't even think it would have got a 1.
No, it was bad.
It was bad. But now, after getting it plugged, re-drilled, with a 3 layout from the 2LS system, I give it a 4. So you're at 4.5. It's very similar. It's a good ball. It's just not that next tier.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah. So
Legend.
right. I'm 4. I'm with a 4.
But at this market right now, I would put this at 4.5.
Okay. I think the Super GT is a little bit better, and I think the Lightning Blackout is a little bit better. But that's my opinion, and that's why we do what we do. And he has first-hand knowledge on it. All I have is watching it roll. I haven't put holes in one yet. I probably won't because I love my Lightning Blackout too much.
Right.
So if you're in the market for jerseys, where you want a 10 in the pit jersey, smash that URL discount code below that will take you right to Bowlifi. Got some of the best jerseys in the game, and you can get your very own 10 in the pit jersey. Everybody wants a 10 in the pit jersey.
Especially the pink one.
Correct. Close me out.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming by and watching the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, It'll help us. It'll help you.
It's free. You can help the channel. It's
Right.
free. Hit the subscribe button.
Takes nothing to be nice. Come on. You can see our goofy. Yeah.
Your ugly face every time. Well, if they hit the post notification bell, they'll see more of your ugly ass.
I don't know if they want that.
I don't know if they
Anyway.
want some either.
Yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the post notification bell. It'll help grow our channel. It'll help you guys. We'll create more content, blah, blah, blah. So, thank you guys for stopping by. We'll see you next time.